Our next guest may look familiar to you. Certainly to me. You may recognize him from the Real Housewives of New Jersey. He is now the co-founder of Bloom and Birch and also the host of the podcast Dear Albie. Let's welcome to the show, Albie.
Hey guys,
how are you? I have to ask you this. How does it feel to be on a popular reality show? I've never been on it.
I mean, it's something we didn't ask for, so it's strange. It comes out of nowhere, obviously, for us. But in the beginning, it kind of felt like we were just watching home movies, and I was like, nobody's actually paying attention to this.
They're paying attention.
So many people are watching.
It's a very different kind of experience for sure, but you get used to it,
You know, one of the most interesting things about going back to Sicily, my dad's family's from Sicily, is that they watch a lot of the shows that you're on, and they're very interested in Italian-American culture. So thank you for spreading our culture back to our homeland.
Yeah, I don't know if they did the best job on the show, but I mean, I would say this, when we went, I've been to Italy 3 times. Every single time we've had somebody freak out.
Yeah, of course.
Or, native Italians that are going, oh my God, this, that, ham game, whatever. It's like really, for me, it never got, that never ever got boring or like felt like we earned that. I think we fell into it and, lucky to try and make the best of it that we could, and that's what we did. So
tell us about your new business, Birch and Bloom.
Yeah, Bloom and Birch is crazy in the sense that, I say crazy when I'm excited about stuff. Because it's true. Like they're real roses. They last for a year. So after
real?
They're real. So they cut from the stem. They're rehydrated.
What the heck do you do to them?
So it's a natural process.
Okay.
There's a very short, very limited handful of numbers of farms that can actually do this. We're associated with one of them. And basically every arrangement's handmade. They will last at least a year with the proper care. I mean, we've had up to everything in my home now is at least 2 years old.
Yeah, like blooming.
They're gorgeous. Yeah, the way that you.
So they look like what we're looking at right now.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, you just they're at least there's absolutely no care involved. There's no watering. There's no sunlight necessary. Nothing. So it's pretty special now because I love to get involved in things that have that emotional connection. I think that's big from. It's my family in general, and this product really has done a lot for that with our customers now because I read every single gift message that goes out. So there's everything we do from the containers that are in birch or in metallic gold, rose gold, all of that is really to suggest permanent sustainability, all of that stuff. So to me, I like to say that you actually get them from people that, you love, not people that you're just kind of meeting and liking and whatever. And they're great for me too, because I can't take care of anything to save my life. So, anything that's...
My apartment's too dark. Everything would die. I think yours is too, right?
Yeah,
Julia?
very dark.
Yeah. We live in dark apartments
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, people like that, restaurants, I mean, when you go to the site, they're obviously... price different. The price difference is obviously quite different than a typical, rose that you see. But they last. I mean, at the end of the day, you're coming out ahead of time. So we have like restaurant clients that are really, really big into it now, and it's just a lot of fun to see how much excitement's around the brand.
I wish you brought me some.
I brought that up.
Oh, really? Okay.
I didn't know if there was I didn't know what I was going to be sitting on.
Oh, yeah.
Don't do it.
Yeah, you can always bring stuff here.
Look at your address.
I mean, which part of the process, without giving up your trade secret, which part of the process makes it last a year? Is it the preservation or something goes on when you're planting them?
So actually when they're harvested is when that process takes place. However, just because, we get the actual rose heads themselves, the process on our end is long from complete. I mean, everything is, like I said, handmade. They're extraordinarily delicate, extremely, extremely difficult to do this, extremely difficult to ship it. That's how actually I got in touch with the company in the first place. My good friend of mine, Suzanne, was getting into the business and just kind of looked out and said, hey, we're having trouble actually shipping these things cross country. I know this is what you do, building national brands. And that undertaking alone took months. I mean, when you actually get the product, it quite literally floats in the box the way it's held in there. So that really to me was the biggest challenge. But it actually pulls moisture from the air, which allows the flower itself to continue to maintain its.
I'm pulling moisture from the air here, Albie.
Me too,
to
I'm
preserve.
getting old. You have no idea.
We're all getting old there. So you doing podcasting as well. Tell us about that.
What is your podcast? Yeah.
Yeah. So Dear Albie, it was funny. My brother came up with it, as most great ideas really come from Chris. But we basically had this idea to take old Dear Abby questions, ask them to me, and
By the way, more relevant than ever.
You know what's so funny? I'm learning that now in a very, very strange way because it's really become, I joke on this show, it's become a community of people that write in with everything from really, really deep questions to, I was joking around in the lobby. My boyfriend used fake urine to pass a drug test. Does that mean he might cheat on me? Like, it's wild, but these things are real life.
Very modern, dear Abby.
Yeah.
But it changed. It
That's
formed
a
into
question I would want to know.
It's
If-
wild.
What was the answer to that?
I actually said, kind of relax a little bit. It's not that, it's not that serious. But then again, I was like, wait a minute, that's going to some pretty serious lengths.
There's a thread
to
of
get around
dishonesty there, yeah.
It's something
yeah.
like you've got it in you, and like he's got the resources to try and figure this out. Because I don't even know where you would get that. And I'm just like, I'm doing a show. I'm reading the emails as they come in. And next thing I know, I had about a week long of people sending me vials of synthetic urine that they were using to pass drug tests, like in my DMs. My DMs have become like, it's the Wild West there.
Wow,
but
that
it's
is a
fun show.
fascinating topic.
Yeah.
What's another question that you could give us? Because,
Oh my God.
maybe a typical social situation a lot of us run into.
So this is really, really strange, but this show has completely reshaped the way I think of a lot of things. But pineapples you would consider to be a pretty just like, normal thing, means nothing, right? We basically, by accident, uncovered on the show that if somebody has a pineapple in front of their house, there is, I guess, a network of people that swing, that basically that's the code that they look for. That's how you know to like...
I decorate with a lot of pineapples because pineapples are native to Cuba, and I'm half Cuban. So, but I guess I'm not a swinger because I don't have one in front of my house.
So what's amazing about that, and the reason
real
that's question-
pineapple
a real
then?
pineapple, or even just a decoration. The reason that came up, it sounds crazy, but is somebody wrote in that was a teacher, had one on their desk, and I guess one of the kids' parents came in and said, "We'd love to take you out," and stuff got very, very awkward. So the question was, how do I deal with that situation, which is berserk. But I mean, yeah, these are the things that this is what my life has become. But yeah, when that show first came up, I really did think it was just going to be a total flop. I was like, that's such a millennial thing. Like, oh yeah, I was on a reality show, and now I'm going
thing is
into
the thing.
a podcast. We did the first 5 episodes, and honestly, the response was amazing. I couldn't be more grateful to the audience, and I have so much fun doing it.
So where can we find out more about both of your forays before you leave us?
You can hit me on Instagram, just Albie Manzo. BloomandBirchCo.com is Bloom and Birch's website, and Dear Albie just on iTunes, Apple Podcast, and you'll find us. We're pretty easy.
Well, Albie, it's been really fun.
Yeah.
So I'm going to check out the podcast. I want to see all these Dear Albie questions.
Yeah.
They're riveting.
Yeah, it's a binger. Like, I can't believe it every single day. It's an adventure on that show. So,
Well, congrats on all your success.
thanks, guys.
Yeah, good luck.
See you.